account. Yeah, it's Friday night.
Friday.
I believe it is about that time. And before the copyright attorneys get involved, let me bid everyone a good evening and happy end of the week. We own no rights to that music, but we like it. It's Unpretty by TLC. We own no rights to it, but we like it, and it fits with our topic that we're going to talk about this evening. But before I get into that, how are you doing this evening, babe?
I'm good. How are you? How are you guys? Hello.
Doing okay. Hope everyone saw our new page that we have put together. We have taken the conversation beyond our own personal profiles and onto an actual, literal Facebook page of its own. And we would love you to drop by and like it.
Thanks for everybody who has liked it.
Thank you for those who have liked
it. And set your notifications on.
Gratitude.
We much appreciate. We really do. Thank you.
We do. We started experimenting with this was been a month or two.
Yes.
And it's been such a ride. We've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed the conversations and the energy and the people coming and sharing their thoughts and just
much appreciate
spending some time on the virtual couch with us. So tonight we're going to talk about beauty, attractiveness, the concept of attractiveness. What makes someone beautiful? Man, woman, his, hers. What attracts you? What makes a man attractive, babe?
What makes a man attractive?
No leading the witness.
No leading the witness.
So what are the things that make a man attractive?
Confidence, knowledge. But for every woman, it's something different, right? Just because that's what I like doesn't mean that's not what somebody else likes. They might like them tall, dark, and handsome.
Oh, well, then they're not gonna like me. I got the dark and maybe a little handsome, but not the tall.
Oh,
not the handsome. Tall.
You're very.
I've been like, I've been the underdog for like most of my life. I'm like 5'1.5" or something. But
that's
you know,
all right,
I'm good with it. But I stick my chest out.
I'm even shorter, which is the crazy part. For most people, they don't even realize that I'm as short as I am. I am 5 foot even. I am all of.
But you wear it so well.
Oh,
you wear it so well.
I have a tall personality.
I've been told the same thing.
So
maybe we're just two short people with tall personalities. But that speaking of tall, that has been part of like the classic definition of that attractiveness for a man: tall, dark, and handsome. For a woman, there have been like some traditional measures of whether it's how long your hair is, or what your body is shaped like, or what the scale says, or how tall or short or whatever. How do you think with social media has the temperature like turned up on that, or have we seen like a change in social attitude?
I feel like we've seen a change now in social attitude. There are plus size models now modeling for Victoria's Secret. Then you have people who are free to be themselves on Instagram and Facebook, plus size and all. And I think it's coming more acceptable, all shapes and sizes, which is a beautiful thing to embrace one's own self. So many people weren't able to do that before, and I feel like now the world has changed enough where people can open up and feel more confident about that and not be put down because you're a few pounds over, and you still can be healthy and you still can be okay.
Or a short guy.
Or a short guy.
As a father of daughters, one of my favorite things is how the natural hair now, women are not afraid to let their natural look show.
Yes.
I grew up in the age of process and weaves and, hear my sister scream as my mother put stuff in her hair to try to make it a certain way. Yeah. And, people
guys,
are now
hit the like button if you guys are watching. It don't cost you anything. I'm sorry to interrupt you. But yes, real hair.
Process, she like,
real hair is definitely all the trend, in which I love. All my girls are natural, and I love that. And even I'm natural, and I love that as well. But to have such versatility, to be able to blow it out, to wear it curly, to wear it straight is just wonderful. And I'm one of those people who we're not afraid to cut the hair. So I did the big chop. My daughter did it with me. 3 of them did it with me.
No, wait, no, this is not the chop.
No. But We did it
And I'm-
what,
and
2
I'm
years
gonna-
ago.
I'm gonna tease
How
you
did
about
you
something in
feel?
a
How did
minute.
you feel about coming home and I had cut all my hair off? How did you feel about that?
Well-
when I was like, I'm doing this natural thing. I literally shaved my head, guys.
That's a great question.
How did you feel
Being
about
married to a woman who is very spontaneous and full of surprises and always trying something new, I've kind of trained myself or learned that, you know what, don't get shocked. Don't be surprised. Whenever when you walk in this door, you could be faced with
that?
any number of things.
I did warn you before you came home.
It could be new outfit, new hairdo, another child in the house. You know, we don't judge. So my first thing is to not overreact to be like, or anything. Just kind of take it in and like,
Okay.
I find doing that helps me to appreciate it more. So you guys look great when you went all Grace Jones or, you know, Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever, man. We were doing
It was beautiful, and I think it is beautiful. One of the things is Black women and their relationship with their beauty has been kind of like affected and influenced over time by the prevailing society in the United States of America, European look and feel being like the preferred thing. One of the things that's refreshing to me is to see that not being so much the case anymore. People really owning their identity and saying, this is me, and I love me, and y'all should get some of this loving me too.
Get some of this loving me too.
Oh man, we'd love to hear from anyone who has thoughts about this topic. What is beautiful? Who gets to decide what's beautiful? In this age of Instagram and Facebook and nonstop photo taking, where has our mindset about beauty gone to? Has it become more dangerous? Has it become a little reckless? I think there's a lot of pressure on kids growing up today. So we got to grow up, and then the social media thing came along.
Yes.
Based on our age and where we came up from.
Yes.
Our kids were born into this. They were born with a like button in their hand, or a subscribe button, and every kid. Like I watched Fred Flintstone. Fred Flintstone never asked me to like or comment on anything he was doing. Fred did his thing, and then he was gone. And I cried.
You don't want to sound old and say those were simpler times, but it actually was a very, very different time. And our kids are growing up in such a different era. I'm proud, I'm happy, and I'm scared all at the same time. Like technology is growing so fast. The things that our kids are going to be able to do and our grandchildren will one day be able to do will blow our minds. But then at the same time, what is the world they're going to live in? What is it going to be healthy for them to breathe the air or drink the water, or will you even be able to go outside and be around other people? It's just so scary.
You mean if COVID doesn't?
If COVID metamorphoses into something else, you know what I mean?
Please,
COVID could
don't
just
be here to stay.
COVID could just be the start of something else. But we're not even gonna go into my conspiracy theories. Okay, so not tonight.
COVID has affected beauty. I wasn't able to get a haircut for like 6 months, and I got in touch with my inner Morgan Freeman. I woofed out. I was all Frederick Douglass, or something similar. But just being in a time and a frame where you're not being seen by as many people, so your mode of dress might be a little bit more relaxed. You're not able to get the nails done, the hair done, the hair cut, all of that. True. People had their quarantine look, and some of our quarantine looks were a little rough.
Your quarantine look was pretty fly. I don't know, because you was fly every day. I was kind of the rough one.
You appreciate a good sweatsuit, huh?
Listen,
I haven't worn a proper pair of pants in months.
He was dressed to the
nines
I tell you. Every day with matching outfits to matching shoes.
My sweatsuits match my sneakers.
Even in quarantine,
that's black man fly.
Who needed to match from head to toe? Ain't nobody checking for you up in here that you had to be matching from head to toe. I had my mom gear on. That's what I had on. I was not looking cute at all.
Well, you and I had just actually gone and freshified ourselves for the spring. We went and got like
have a little shopping spree. We went on a shopping spree right before quarantine.
Right before.
Ready for the summer and ready going into the spring, and we were excited. And the kids were excited. We were just ready to do our little thing, and the
And then
vacation do something and they shut it down.
lockdown.
So it definitely took a toll on our morale.
And all
for
that fresh
sure.
was not going to waste, despite the fact that I don't outgrow clothes anymore. When you're a kid, it's like, all
Aren't
right, if
you
you don't wear
lucky?
this now, you're gonna not be able to wear it. Now that you don't
No, we
grow
ain't gonna talk
anymore,
about.
you don't
no.
grow anymore. You
You're
know, I
lucky.
could conceivably.
We're the two in the home that are not growing anymore because we spend so much in clothes. It's not even funny. Too many people who.
It looks like we have a guest call. Well, we have.
We have. Oh.
John Pickney, if you're out there, brother, you can call back in. Question, based on what we were just talking about with the quarantine and it affecting how you dress and present because there's nobody to impress or whatever. You and I have this debate all the time. Do you get dressed, do you get fly for yourself or for other people? Now, I'll let you start.
I think everybody is different. I think I dress for Ivy, and I like dress for me. I don't dress for anybody else. But because you're out buying your sense of style on what you want to look like. I'm not worried about what so and so thinks my style looks like. It doesn't matter. I feel it looks good on me. That's me, right?
Now, I believe that coming from you because I've grown to understand this about you. Because when we first met, I told you my truth. If it wasn't for people, if it wasn't for people, I wouldn't even wear clothes. Like I wear all this. It's like, all right, I put together a presentation because there's people out there, largely women, were out there, and you got to keep the tools sharp. You got to keep the bait on the hook.
Okay.
This is not for me. I don't get to see me. I'm not one of those people who spend a lot of time in the mirror. My theory is I already know what's there. What am I checking for? Let me observe the rest of you, right? But while I'm doing that, let me make sure that my fresh is together so that when you look this way, it's like, oh, okay.
I see you.
Little man with the tall personality. I see you.
Yes. Men buy their cars for women. Men buy their have their jobs for women. Women having their homes for women.
There was an episode of
so
a
then
sitcom.
Women should be truly running this world. The fact that we're not legitimately out front, why are we in that background? We need to be up front in your face because we run. If everything runs off of us, we're the main shoppers, the main suppliers of spending all the wealth, and they do everything to impress us, then we should be running the.
They're literally studies.
Why are we taking a back
70% of purchasing decisions are made by
women.
Here's a little secret: you all do run the world. We just ain't let y'all know.
No, we're just not getting.
Y'all ain't got the memo. You didn't get the memo. We're not letting the secret out. But absolutely.
You're paying women less. You treat us less than, and then at the same time, women had to fight for everything, the equal rights as well as women, right? So even if we were running the world,
you carry
the people
the world.
With the absolute master plan has maintained to suppress all the things that made the world. Women
carry the world on their shoulders. When they, and I'm not just saying that as a girl dad because I'm sitting here next to my wife, but women literally, the strength, the pillar of the family that everybody looks back to their mom, their grandmother, you guys make us all who we are. When I talk about who I am as a person, my father was there, my mother was there. But there's some things that lady is in my head in ways that no one else ever will. So whatever I'm out here portraying or reflecting into the world was largely guided and influenced by a woman. And that's power to me. That's power. Power that we men folk can't get. And another kind of power we can't have.
Have a little bit of both.
We can be attractive. We can be pretty. But that doesn't always do it. You mentioned, so when I said what makes a man attractive, not once did you say any physical characteristic.
Oh, because I don't
You said confidence and charisma and intelligence and knowledge and all these things, which I think is honorable on women's behalf. It also lets a lot of ugly brothers slide, which is okay, no judgments. But so here's an interesting thing that I used to observe as a young person growing up. In music circles, you would have groups of men who were not particularly attractive dudes, right? And everyone loved them. Then you had groups of like women who look like they should be models, and they put them together and sing. And sometimes they weren't even singing because they'd have an actual real Sister Big Bones singing the song,
Right.
and these women are just lip syncing. You put a bunch of girls together who aren't so classically attractive, and people don't want to buy the music. I blame part of that on video. I think video spoiled music in a lot of ways because those visuals became. I don't watch videos. I stopped watching videos probably in like the early 2000s. I want to hear a song and be affected by the music and not have what I'm looking at influence me.
Right.
Because I think there is a prejudice that they play on. Once they started having people up front lip syncing for other people, it's like, all right, let's put you out front because you look this way, and you with the talent, but you don't. You stay in the back and sing. That's not cool to me. That's not cool. Can you imagine a female version of Boyz II Men who are the same on the attractiveness scale as Boyz II Men?
Okay.
Being large, being popular. I think even taking it back further, back in like when our parents were growing up, where there were no videos, and you barely ever, unless you went to the live show, got to see who was singing the song, great music got made because it wasn't predicated on who looks like what. The talent was able to take center stage, and it was about the talent. So sometimes beauty gets in the way. Beauty gets confusing. We got someone trying to call in, Ja Pinkney, but it's not. Doesn't seem to be letting me let him in.
Well, I don't. I don't think your camera is.
Ja, you're gonna have to disconnect and reconnect if you would.
Yeah,
good sir. We love to hear from you, but the connection isn't working. So drop off and then drop back off.
They can't
drop back
hear.
on.
So if you go back to see this and you leave the link area, you have to do it again. It's not working.
True indeed. True indeed.
But thanks for trying to join in. Try again.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate
Your participation is beautiful. Your spirit is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So babe, I was talking about in the context of music and how things have changed over time. Do you think the classic view of, or our common shared view of what is beautiful has changed?
I don't think it's changed at all. For individuals, I think it has changed in what is portrayed in the media and what is now pushed out towards us. But it's, at the same time, we're still fighting to constantly change it because it still has a lot more work to go. But this is a start. We are a start. More Black women are feeling self-love for their own hair, for their own body types, and understanding that although we are created equal, but we are all different, and that is okay. And to understand and appreciate that, and being able to create platforms that appreciate that, they're able to push that in the media and on the news, things like that. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing.
I've noticed a lot more diversity, right? So there's a lot of different kinds of looks that get played through the broadcast media. But at the same time, there's still some like prevailing judgments. Even if you look at like, there was something about Latin television at one point, the light-skinned Latinos versus the dark-skinned Latinos, and how they get preferential or different treatment. If you look at the newscasters on certain networks, as far as they would have the lighter-skinned people there, and then if it's a comedy show, it's the darker-skinned people. So there's some lingering like prejudices underlying, even though you're seeing everybody.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you can see everybody, but these ones are still better. And that, I think, is kind of slippery. Is someone trying to get on, your?
No, that.
Josh's trying to get on. Josh, we're gonna keep trying to get you on, brother. I see you appearing in the green room. I do see you, and I appreciate your spirit, man. Something's not working.
Connection is
I think maybe because they're shutting down TikTok this weekend. There's funny things going on with our Wi-Fi. I don't know if there are funny things going on with your Wi-Fi, but our Wi-Fi and things are just acting really weird today. Yes. Everything from the lights to Alexa. No offense, I don't want to call her name too loudly because she will tend to respond. But everything's been acting a little weird in a technological sense. Yeah. And I don't know if it's because they're EQing up things to shut down TikTok and WeChat this weekend. My children are going to have a conniption. I myself have been doing some TikTok work. Check me out on TikTok. I can't even remember my username.
He loves doing TikTok, guys.
That's how old I am.
He
I don't
loves
remember
doing
my username.
TikTok. He really does. I'm surprised. I'm not a TikToker. The kids love to TikTok, and Dad does. I do not. But I can appreciate his craft when he's still
I
young.
love your appreciation.
I can
And
appreciate.
and speaking of, well, TikTok, there's so many different platforms to be used. TikTok is another place where you get to kind of just, go show yourself. Camera. Oh, look, the camera on me again. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Check us out on YouTube.
He's so
Come look at us on
goofy.
YouTube.
He's
We
so
got
goofy,
sneak
y'all.
peeks into the life of the
You
bakers.
see me goofy?
We got
Listen,
vlogging.
being
There's
goofy.
cool stuff going on. You need to check us out on YouTube as well.
Yes.
This is like our first broadcast on 3 different platforms. Theoretically. No, 3 different places on 2 platforms.
Yes.
We haven't gotten Twitter yet. We're on
Instagram.
Facebook, on our own profile pages, and on the Baker's profile page, and we're streaming live on YouTube, which is pretty incredible to me. That we haven't gotten any messed up comments yet. So maybe that means we're not that popular yet, because anything good on YouTube has a bunch of haters. Has people saying nasty things.
So since we don't have enough haters right now, then we're
That's
not
another
doing
interesting thing about
well. I don't
this
think that
current
qualifies.
society. Walk with me for a moment.
Okay.
Because everything is public, because we share ourselves so much, we open ourselves up to criticism and critique from a wide swath of people, most of whom don't matter at all. We'll never meet them. They got nothing to do with nothing. But somehow, we're talking about how kids and how things affect them with the likes and all that.
Right.
These people can affect your self-esteem. You put up a picture. I've heard our children literally, like, they put up a picture and it's like, in an hour's time, like, oh, I only got X, Y, Z number of likes.
Right.
And it's like, they feel bad.
There
And
is
that's,
a real problem. People do
well, first
get
of all,
emotionally
anything that
attached
upsets my
to
children
social
upsets
media.
me. But on
Which
top of
is
that, it's like, it's
not
bizarre.
good.
It's bizarre. Can you imagine?
No.
When we were kids, people could like or dislike what we did. Man, I'd get a lot
There
of
is a
dislikes.
real addiction to social media. He's brought up a topic to a real addiction to social media, and children and adults alike do get very much attached to it, to the point where it can mess with their mood and mental stability if they don't get enough approval from virtual friends. And
That's coming from our daughter.
mental wellness is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And to make sure that you stay on top of your children through this time, especially with the online school and knowing that they're online in social media and they can chat in the classrooms and in the chat boxes, that bullying and things like that isn't going on. So definitely parents stay vigilant, because now that we have new bullies to worry about, and it's not only
Faceless
on the
bullies.
blacktop or now anymore.
Faceless bullies who don't have to disclose their
Yes.
name or who they really are. They can hide behind their screen and take pot shots at you and take digs at you and make you unfairly feel in ways that's like, that's not cool to have anybody control your self like that. But it was hard enough being in school and getting picked on, or having people, tease. Oh man, if you went to the New York City public schools in the mid '80s, yeah, you was getting ragged on if you wasn't getting beat on, and that instills something in people. So when I hear about the bullying that goes on today, I'm like, I look kind of skeptical, but then I see the effects, right? And the effects are very real.
Yes.
These kids are really going through it, as
You
though
see the
someone
effects
were
in the
taking their
adults
lunch and throwing it across
to
the.
the supervisors who decide to be jerks to everybody because they were bullied in school with this, that. You see it even reflecting in adults today, and that was the whole reason for the anti-bullying rules. And I do appreciate them. But sometimes, again, a little ribbing does build a little character. I'm sorry. I'm
I 100% agree with you. It's like,
I'm a little part. I'm not for hardcore bullying.
I'm not for
Don't
thin
get me.
skin.
I don't want anybody to hardcore bully.
I'm not for
anybody's
thin
child to
skin.
get beat up or
I'm
jump.
not for
That
thin
is
skin.
wrong. But to be able to learn to defend themselves, so to be able to talk back and to have a confrontation and be able to settle it and walk away is a healthy thing. But when you never give the kid the opportunity to do that, do they ever learn how to deal with
dealing with
confrontation?
adversity. And the reality of the world is, whether we like them to face it or not, everyone's not going to like you. And people are going to give you a hard time. And some people are going to be very mean and very unruly. And they're going to challenge you and they're going to test you and they're going to try to cross lines with you. And if you're not ready for that, if you have no exposure to that, you could fold under that pressure. And I don't want my kids folding under that pressure. There's nothing that kind of,
Do our best to make sure
that doesn't happen.
we try.
But I mean, you're looking at a kid who was too short, too black. He nice, but he too black. I grew up in the DeBarge era, so it lights high yellow dudes were the thing, the rage.
I don't know where he gets
The Wesley
what
Snipes.
school he went to
Big
that
shout out to
he
Wesley
was
Snipes.
I cannot
Wesley
relate.
brought us back. He was the beginning of us coming back, and there was Denzel, and there was, and now it's like all down to Luke Cage and all of them. Dark skin never went out like again, but there was a period. There was a rough period.
Now I'm
A
sitting
really
here
rough
like
period.
I went through school too, elementary school, middle school, high school. I didn't have to fight in high school or anything
You
like
had to
that.
fight for your
But
OPP jacket.
I fought for my OPC. My one real fight was in East Camden Middle. And this late girl want my OPP jacket, and I just got it from New York, and it was all custom made because I had sequins and all in the back. Like my thing is cute, y'all. And this girl
You're
wanted
dating
to take
yourself
it.
now.
She
Her
wanted to take
OPP
it.
jacket.
It was. I don't know. You guys remember OPP jackets? Give me a thumbs up. Seriously, y'all remember with the see-through sleeves? Come on, seriously. Come
Ooh,
on now.
taking it back. You just made it a flashback Friday.
I'll take y'all
the
back
bacon.
to the 90s for real, early 90s for real.
Oh
Come
man.
on, I'm about
But
to
that-
show my age right now.
But to the point of that getting picked on and that going through those adverse kind of social situations with people instills something in you. And it's tragic when like that a kid is subjected to that and they're not ready for it and they go and hurt themselves or stay down on themselves. Like that's not cool.
Yes.
But resilience is cool. And sometimes you need some adversity to build resilience.
But you
So
also-
I don't regret all the names they called me and all the things. Nah, because I came back hard.
Oh my god.
Look at my wife.
Oh my
Yeah, little
gosh.
duck boy did okay, didn't he? All right.
Oh my god. Yeah, yours. He's crazy. But
yeah.
at the same time, with dealing with that as parents, we just have to make sure that we try to communicate with our kids as much as possible to teach them how to deal with that. When you haven't dealt with it and then you are first time introduced with it, it can be taken aback and have to be taught. When you're 7 or 8 and you're getting teased on the blacktop, you're dealing with it through the year. By the time you hit middle school, you already know what to do. Where this might not have happened because of the anti-bullying rules and everything else that kids have gone through. So we now have to talk to our children more about what to do when confronted with these things. And plus, they're dealing with new things that we never even had to deal with, cyberbullying and everything else. So the fact that we have to learn what that is and communicate with them even more now than ever. Not saying that we didn't talk to your kids before, but just even much more about what they're doing online, especially with this quarantine schooling and distance
all there
schooling and
is
everything.
online. That's
Oh my
all
gosh.
there is.
My girlfriend was telling me how her kids got in trouble because they were in the chat box and the teacher was like, get out of the chat box. You're not supposed to be talking. We're in virtual class. But the fact that they can have private conversations and maybe pick on another person, that's a whole lot. And as parents, we definitely just have to stay vigilant and stay on top of that this year, guys. I'm wishing all of you parents out there the best of luck with virtual schooling. We're doing it as well with all 9 of our kids and college kids and everything. So I wish you all the best because it is a labor of love.
That it is.
Definitely.
Wow. All friends are virtual friends now.
All friends are
And
virtual friends.
all our kids, from the youngest to the eldest, they are on screens right now
Yes.
with little chat groups and chat bots. And
Mm-hmm.
it's weird.
Even for
It's
us,
just weird.
even for
It's
us,
weird.
our friends are now virtual, and now we've
Yes.
even got some new friends who are still virtual. We had
And you're
to
all
conform
beautiful. And you're all
to
beautiful.
that, and everyone's beautiful.
And we have nothing but love for all of you.
Oh yes,
So you
But
want to tell them about the challenge you were doing earlier this week
a
with
challenge.
with the pictures?
Oh,
Another thing that didn't never happen when we were growing up. These challenges. Can
the
you imagine
challenge.
the challenges to me is almost like, your mom be like, all right, if everybody went and jumped off the cliff, would you jump too? If everybody had an ice bucket and poured ice water in their pants, would you go too? And it's like, nowadays it's like, yeah, I would, because it's the ice bucket challenge.
Really? Really?
My mother would be
You're
so
crazy.
Moms would have been just so disappointed. Everybody just following, copycat
Yes,
following them.
absolutely.
But tell us about that. I thought it was a cool challenge that you and your friends took part in. The Love Yourself, was it Love Yourself challenge?
The Love Yourself challenge, yes. And
like you
you
don't
were
remember.
to post pictures of yourself to show and to show that you are confident in yourself and to help boost one's confidence and make you also feel good about who you are and to get love from all your virtual friends and family to let them know that they're supporting you because through this time with everyone home and going through what they're going through and not able to get, dressed to the nines and go out and get that encouragement, we still want to give that encouragement right here virtually. So always try to tag a friend, post up a
Pick somebody up.
pick somebody, and just definitely challenge them and challenge yourself. Go get dressed up and put something on, take a nice picture, or even if you got tons of
Feel
pictures
pretty.
in your phone, let
Give
your
yourself an
virtual friends
opportunity
and
to feel
family
pretty.
show you some love and to let you know that
And your
we're out
pictures
here
were
and
beautiful.
supporting you.
You should put the pictures
You're
up on
sweet.
the page.
I'm not
Yes,
gonna do that.
you should.
No.
They weren't inappropriate pictures.
Well, I don't try
You
to
don't take inappropriate
take
pictures.
inappropriate pictures. I got kids. I'm a mom. I'm a mom.
They were very tastefully done, very nice pictures, and I think you should if you want to give people a reason to visit our new profile
Oh,
page.
you think so?
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
maybe. Maybe, he says.
Let me stop. I'm not Ice-T.
I-
I'm not out here pimping my own wife. I'm not.
No.
Not gonna
You
do
guys don't realize I'm really shy and very reserved, so
She
I
is.
don't. It's hard for me to even post the pictures.
Mhm.
It takes. Me and him will usually talk about it first, and then I'll think about posting. And even then, sometimes a friend of mine or a girlfriend might have to give me that final boost of encouragement to get me.
The irony is, she takes 117 pictures of herself a day. And
That's not
doesn't
true.
post not a one
Don't
of them.
listen to
She
him.
takes she has more selfies in her phone.
I got
than
more
anybody
pictures of my
I
kids.
ever
No.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you're constantly clicking the shutter. You're constantly
I
taking
love.
pictures
I'm a
of something.
photographer by
But
training.
you take a lot of pictures of yourself. I don't have that many pictures of myself. Any picture I take of myself is going straight to the social media.
That is true.
Anything I take of myself,
Any
I'm
picture you
not
take,
taking it
he's
for me.
posting it.
I'm taking it
I'm
for
not posting
all of you.
I'm not posting
You're
it.
welcome.
I am definitely not posting it. If he sends me a picture of him, I know he wants me to post it, but
She keeps me low though. I'm
I
a
don't-
ham. I'm sorry.
That's silly. It's like I thought it's the woman that's usually the ham in a relationship, but he's the ham.
No. Maybe
No?
the diva.
He's the diva.
I'm the diva. No,
He's
I'm
the
not
diva.
diva.
You
I'm
are
no
the diva.
I don't accept that label. I won't dwell or confine myself to your labels.
Fine. You don't have
I'm
to.
a ham.
Ham,
It's another big
diva,
shout
all
to my
the
mom.
same
That's
thing.
another offshoot. My mother raised a show dog.
Your
and that's what
mother
it
is a diva herself. So
Did you just call my mom a diva?
I did call your mom a diva.
My mom is the Don Diva.
And since your mom is a diva, she's creating little divas as well.
Oh, shout out to my mama. Love you.
Yes. I don't know. Mr. Pickney is trying to come in, but
Brother Ja.
it is just not connecting. We don't understand if your
There's like a
signal is
serious
good
malfunction with our
or if it's our malfunction.
stream
We
platform
lost
tonight.
you
We don't
once
know.
again. I'm so sorry.
We so want to talk to you, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate you
So I
trying
don't
to get
know
on.
if it's our connection or yours, but it is definitely
Or
something
just
going on.
just Trump removing TikTok.
Again with the TikTok, him and the TikTok.
I'm
How
against
about
TikTok.
didn't he, what is it, the NBA guy who made the world record for as many, what is it again?
NBA guy who made a world record
Yeah,
for...
was it LeBron? Was it LeBron? Yeah.
A world record for what?
Because he got the most
What's our research department?
bids or something like that,
He got
right?
the most what?
He had like 14 people wanted him or something like that. I don't know.
14
Listen, I
people
don't follow
wanted him?
basketball, but
Clearly not.
my girlfriend does, and she was like talking my ear off about the stupid basketball, and I was listening.
The world record
And
for
I have no
people
idea.
wanting him.
But
A lot of people
all
want
I
LeBron.
know is LeBron.
but
got
shout
some
out to
skills.
LeBron.
Shout out LeBron. Congratulations on breaking the world record. Because he did. He broke the world record.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He did.
If anyone knows, Hit
He
me up.
did. He broke
me
the
up.
world record. Oh my gosh. I sound like a moron
Talking
right
sports
now.
with my wife.
No, don't talk sports with me.
He hit
But
the home run.
no,
LeBron.
he's a
Like,
basketball player. Shut up. You can Google it. You know what I'm talking about. He's trying to be cute.
We'll let our research department handle that.
He's trying to be cute.
But shout out to LeBron for breaking whatever world record he broke.
Did.
We talking about beauty and what
how
makes
we-
people
this is how
beautiful.
it makes him beautiful.
Basketball skills
to
make
be-
LeBron beautiful.
To have great
Inspiring
achievements.
all them children that he inspires makes LeBron beautiful.
Have great achievements. Make you.
He's got charisma. He's got charm, and he's tall. Makes him beautiful.
What? I think his wallet makes him
Oh,
beautiful
man.
too, right?
We should speak on that. Does a man's wallet make him beautiful? And
It
therefore-
enhances his beauty.
Therefore, can some of us look forward to getting more attractive as we move on in age, while others
It
may lose their
enhances-
looks?
It enhances in beauty. Jay-Z became what? A handsome debonair guy because of his wallet, right?
Mm.
Or
Oh, I'd love to hear from some ladies on that.
or who else? I can't say
Does
that
the
about
size of
Flavor
the knot
Flav, because
matter?
That's just gross.
Oh, well, Flavor Flav is a good case in point because
That's
I think
just gross.
sometimes there is a confusion of wealth and fame. People mistake fame for wealth, and it's not always the case. Just because a dude is on TV 24/7 does not mean his pockets are treating him as his pockets should be treating him. It just means he gets a camera in his face all the time. Now, that ends up being a lot of people skate on that. They think you're successful because everybody knows who you are. I've always said, give me the fortune, you can keep the fame.
Give you the fortune.
Yet here I
and
am
keep
on
the fame.
Facebook Live. Does my hypocrisy know no bounds?
He's
None.
being a complete
None.
hypocrite right now.
Hit like and subscribe below.
He's been practicing that for years, guys.
If you want more of the
He's been
bakers,
practicing that for years. It's goofy.
hit like or
Can't, but-
subscribe below.
Mm-mm.
You want more of this?
All we
You want
ask,
more of this?
hit the like button on Facebook, guys. You're watching the video, please hit the like button. It doesn't cost anything. Just takes a couple.
And you know what? Even if you're watching this after the
So
fact,
other people might
leave
think
us a
to
comment
think about it.
about what you think makes beautiful. What makes a person beautiful? What makes a man beautiful, a woman beautiful? If a man don't want to be beautiful, what makes him handsome, attractive? What is the essence of attraction? And is there a dividing, differentiating line?
Or just tell
For-
us what you think beautiful is.
Or just
Text
leave us
it
a
in the
picture of you
Yeah.
being
No.
beautiful.
No.
Take the challenge with us.
Take the challenge with us. That'd be nice.
You should put the
Like-
challenge on our page. Put the challenge.
Okay,
You
so
do it, and you
I
can
can
issue
tell
the
him
challenge.
the other things
Boom.
that people think are beautiful.
Boom.
So if you put it in the comments, I will read it. Hey family, hey Felicia, how are you, sweetie?
What's
how
up?
are you? What's
Cause
going on, guys? Why don't you tell us what you think beauty is? What is beautiful?
family is beautiful.
Family is beautiful. The essence of family is beautiful.
Family is one of the most beautiful things
I love family.
I've ever encountered and experienced. Thank you for being part of that adventure.
Aw.
And we're gonna get more
He's
attractive.
being nice on her.
We're gonna get more attractive together as we get older.
I sure
Because
hope.
I'm gonna get richer, and you're gonna stay tight and toned because you are a fitness, body, personal improvement
This one here.
guru and queen.
All right, guys.
So, you know.
As most of you, if you guys watch on my Facebook page, and y'all know I am into doing my fitness, and that is beautiful. Because
is.
I am
It
trying
is.
to train to be a bodybuilder. So hopefully in 4 years I will.
She's not trying to
be
be the
able to
Miss
do that.
Universe. She's not trying to be China from the
No,
WWE.
I'm not trying to be China.
But she likes to
But
keep
I
it.
would like to be nice and ripped up, though. I really would. And I'm striving for that.
Good for
Kids
her.
are done. Time on to the next challenge. Challenge, right? So done with the baby making.
After the
on
9
with
kids, you're gonna get you a 9-pack. She got
on with
me-
the body
She's
making,
got
done
me
with the
doing
baby making.
ab
Okay.
exercises. She has me
I've
doing
got
ab
him. Like,
exercises.
listen, I got the kids doing it. I got
And my abs are
dad doing
surprisingly
it. Everybody in here is exercising. We're eating right, eating clean, and getting fit.
Oh, challenge accepted.
Do you?
Cuz says,
What?
do you
do
want to compete?
Yeah.
In bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Just like I
let's
told you.
compete.
Do you want to be out there
Do
like,
I
oh,
want to
I'm gonna-
compete?
you're going to be the Miss
If it's
Galaxy?
a low class, like the entry level class, I would like to, because those women are very toned and very sharp without being over muscular. I would like to have an opportunity
And
to
I would love,
record.
and I would love to
I
watch.
think that would be so much fun.
I would love to watch. I will never be a competitive exercising anything. I like to get my little fitness on, but operative word little fitness.
Beauty is.
Beautiful is to be authentic.
Oh,
I like that point. We were talking about earlier, natural hair and one of my favorite things about you, one of my favorite things about my wife is that she is absolutely gorgeous with no makeup on whatsoever. She has a face that people put on makeup to get. And so when she does put on a little makeup, it's like, oh, wow. Because she has like a naturally just made up face. She truly woke up like this, as someone
Aw.
once said. So it's.
But no, he said that for years, guys. He's not really trying to be smart, to be sweet for the second.
Nah.
But
See, you always look
I
like
appreciate you appreciating
the
me.
things people would do to their face to make it look different ways. Let me make my eyes a little more this way, or let me make my bone structure look this way. Yours is naturally like that.
Aw.
So they made makeup to make people look like you.
No, there are
You-
millions
Mac-
of
Mac
beautiful
owes you
women
some
in
money.
this world. Oh my
Mac
God,
owes
there's
you some-
beautiful
some
women
checks.
in this world. That's
Man.
the best thing about this world is like the different.
Oh,
people,
Ja
the
Pinkney
different
said
ways.
he did make a world record. I want to know. Somebody
Thank
call in
you,
and tell
thank
me
you.
what
I
LeBron
told
made a
him.
world record for.
Told
Because
him
I
that.
consider myself a pretty major basketball fan, and I'm clueless as to what you guys are talking about.
He did. He got 14, and the last was 13. He did make a world record. Thank you for that. Because he thought I was here tripping right now.
I didn't know what to think.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't watched the news the last day or so, but I was, when I come up from my laundry
You don't
office
have
dungeon,
the sports
I check out
ticker
the.
come across the top of your phone to tell you all the latest news with the
I have
sports
so many
things?
tickers that come across my phone,
Oh.
whether it's financial, whether it's stocks, whether it's sports scores, whether it's Trump said something. I don't know. Google thinks I love Trump for some reason.
How many people
I do
follow
not.
Trump every day and listen to what
But I
he's
really don't
saying all
want
the
to hear
time?
anything more.
Do you guys still do that? He used to do it all the time. He would.
Yeah, and I used to follow the
follow-
coronavirus map too.
Yes.
Daily.
But I had to tell
I was
him
addicted to the
stop.
coronavirus
I
map.
had to stop him.
Because it was like watching that movie with Dustin Hoffman and like Morgan Freeman and some like Outbreak.
Outbreak.
With Outbreak, the monkey started it all, and then there was the other one where the lady from Friends caught the disease from the pig. Wait, she was,
And then
no,
you
it's
just
Gwyneth
freak
Paltrow. She
yourself
was
out.
from,
But that's the
oh,
thing.
but I used to like to watch the map. Just oh my
Yeah.
God, look, it's there now.
Listen,
Oh, it's in.
I had to take the map, the COVID-19 map away from him, guys, because
I watched the coronavirus.
I mean, from the
march across the sea to the United States.
It was crazy. From the time he got home from work,
And that was good.
in the
that
car,
was good too.
at work, and
Like
when he
it's
came
coming.
home from work, eating dinner, he would sit in front of the monitor looking at the map. He was
Watching COVID
driven
come.
with this map. And I literally had to say, enough. You're going to make yourself sick and worry yourself sick looking at this damn map. So I'm proud of you for stop doing that.
I stopped.
You stopped once
Probably
it hit New York.
some-
Once New York
yeah.
became big infected, he was like, "Oh, it's here."
It's over.
So no need to watch the map anymore.
It took my
I think
hometown
he was
down. I
just
don't see
watching it to see when it got here. But it's here. So we're dealing with it, and that's just what it is. That's too funny.
And I wish it'd go away. But I don't look at that damn map anymore. Just like I don't listen to what the president says anymore either. It's another story for another show, another time.
Do you guys still listen to the or do you guys stop watching the news? Are you like, oh, you've given up on watching it, or do you still tune in? I think here in this house we have put it to a minimum.
We have.
Maybe one day a week.
We're not watching anybody's
that.
national convention.
If
We're
that.
not watching.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's politic overload at this point. Definitely politic overload. Is it the same for you guys? Comment in the comment section. Let us know. We can chat about it.
Have we gone like severely off topic?
We definitely have. But that's
we've
totally us.
meandered our way to someplace different, haven't we?
Right.
And that's what happens in it.
You are beautiful.
Well,
it's about being beautiful inside and out, and being beautiful is also about being intelligent and understanding what's going on in the world around you. So maybe we're still on topic.
Well played, Mrs. Baker. Well played. So yeah. So what is beautiful? Beautiful. I love that internal definition of intellect and spirit and creativity.
It's everything.
people's minds. We have friends who create wonderful things.
You guys say in the comments.
There's someone I
section
went
what
to
you guys
middle
think
school
is
with, and she
beautiful.
makes earrings now
Who?
and like women's jewelry.
Who?
Her name is Mary. She's from middle school, and Mary was like, Mary and I were like, I went to middle school. Shout out to George J. Ryan, IS 260 in Forest Hills. Me and Mary were like the two black people in the class. So everyone was like, oh, I think Mary. Mary was so intelligent and so cool, and she was like a sister to me. And now she makes jewelry.
Nice.
Shout out to Mary.
Nice.
Shout out to everybody
you.
else from George J. Ryan. Polar Bears.
Nice.
The Polar Bears was our
Was that your middle school?
middle school.
Shout out my middle school.
I was like 13 years.
Nobody needs to know about that middle school. It was a bad place.
I went to a quite nice.
But a few people who went to middle school with me that are.
But you know, shout out to my elementary school. PS 140, Edward Duke Ellington Elementary School, South Jamaica, Queens. Big up to all those people who are still here, still pushing. We lost too many of us from that neighborhood in that time, and it's still people I'm friends with today on Facebook who came from elementary school.
Do you think
big
that
up Monique, doing better
big
up now? Tyrone, big up Laridice. Who else?
What? Are you giving shout outs?
I'm giving shout outs.
The radio show? He's bugging y'all. Seriously.
I'm giving shout outs to my elementary school classmates, man.
My goodness.
Man, listen, the formative years. When I was there, he's smart and he's cute, but he's too black. Oh man.
Shout out Joanne and Aaron who are watching right now.
Joanne and Aaron.
Appreciate you guys. But no, this one here.
What about this one here?
You shouting out everybody in the elementary school.
Hold
you
up.
think you'd be shouting out college, right?
So in fairness, we have had pretty much everyone you went to high school be on the program at some point coming through here. Now, so all of a sudden, I can't give shout outs to. We're gonna do like a battle. One night we're gonna like invite all of our fellow alums on and see who could represent high school versus high school.
High school
What's
versus
up?
high school.
Hillcrest versus
Sicklerville Vocational.
Sicklerville Vocation. Pick up Sicklerville.
Sicklerville Tech.
Sicklerville Tech.
Yeah. Big up Sicklerville Tech and
Hillcrest Braves, Hillside Avenue.
Alumni.
Proud alumni. Whatever. I was out at the store today. I ran into a older gentleman who went to my university 10 years before. He had a mask on with the big S on it. And it's one thing when people who went to Syracuse, you see the bumper sticker, you see a shirt, you see anything. We will approach each other, and I was like, "Did you go?" He's like, He looked like, not did you go on yourself? Did you go to school? He like, "Oh yes." I said, "Yeah, class of '96." He's like, "Oh, I'm class of '86." And we stood there and talked, me and this older white gentleman, for like a minute.
Nice.
There's such a love of Syracuse. I got too many Syracuse people out here to shout out everybody. I'm not gonna do it by name, but you all know who you are.
Shout out to all the Syracuse alumni.
Shout out to all the Syracuse alumni. Thank you.
Definitely.
Special shout out to those from, if you lived on South Campus, if you were a Newhouse kid, if you were a Whitman School of Management kid, if you was at the party that DJ Rat, Dirty Rat was DJing, if you went to the CSA parties on the Saturday, paid your $2 to get in, if you was at the Q after party, big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Listen.
And then the other thing the older gentleman asked me, and I find a lot of people who went to Syracuse ask each other, older ask younger, "Did you have a good time?" I was like, "Yeah." I just like this knowing thing.
Yes, that you have.
It's cold and snowy, but man, what a fun group of people.
I think even Felicia went to school upstate as well, my cousins. And
there's something to being stuck in the snow with people. And there's also something about being like part of a small pool of Black students at a large private university. So you don't all know each other personally, but you all know of each other. Every last one. And that was interesting because almost like we had a mini HBCU. We had like a mini HBCU within Syracuse University. We were like Hillman within Syracuse University. Big up to Brewster Bolin, freshman dorm. Big up to Winding Ridge. Okay, I'm just being silly now. I'm calling out the streets on South Campus.
He really is being silly now, but at the time,
big up
my college too, but I'm not going to do that because we already went through all the names at Syracuse.
And we're talking about beautiful things. And Syracuse University and the love of the Syracuse community is a beautiful thing.
It definitely is, guys. It definitely love for one another is a beautiful thing. Have love for each other, support each other,
Being
do
married
your
is a
best
beautiful thing.
be
I'm sorry. I interrupted you. You're doing your Russell Simmons right now. You about to Russell Simmons him? You about to God bless good night him? Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead. No, baby,
he makes me laugh. This is what he does all the time, guys, and that's why we've made it last all these years, because he can still make me laugh with his goofy self. But like I was saying, we're all stuck inside still. We're getting out, and I'm happy that we're all getting out again. But show love to your virtual friends and family, everybody, and let them know that they're still loved and they're appreciated. Pick up the phone. Stop texting every damn body. Pick up the damn phone and call people. Okay? We want to hear voices. Okay? Can't tell inferences from words on the screen, people. Okay? It's
Well
good
said.
for people's mental health to talk to another person, to hear a warm voice or to hear compassion in another. Pick up the phone, people. Talk, reach out, call your family, call your friends, see how they're doing. Even if you haven't talked to them in a couple months, it's okay. If they're really your friends, it will never miss a beat. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Stop texting. It's freaking annoying. I don't like it.
like Mrs. Baker said, stop texting.
Stop texting.
Until next time, stay close,
Like,
stay connected, stay beautiful.
Stay beautiful.
Catch you on the flip.